Hey, I'm Jones Loflin, helping you make the best choices with your time so you can thrive. True story. Recently, I was sitting at my desk doing my morning reading, very relaxed and calm, when the notifications on my iPad popped up telling me where I would need to be in the next few days. I looked at one of the notifications and said, "That's not where I'm supposed to be tomorrow." And then it hit me. For the first time in 29 years, I had double booked myself for programs. What could I do? I immediately thought, okay, one of the programs is on the Enneagram, so I called Sydney, and very sleepily she goes, "Well, hey, Dad, what's up?" And I said, "Sydney, I got a presentation tomorrow I'm going to need you to make on the Enneagram." And so we started talking about how to put all this together, and we'd get together later in the day by Zoom to figure out the PowerPoint and all the pieces she would need. And so, okay, I got that handled. So then I thought, oh, I need to call the meeting planner, tell them I'm not going to be able to be at that program tomorrow. So I texted the meeting planner, and they contacted me and said, "Hey, Jones, what's up?" And I said, "I am so sorry. The first time in 29 years I have double booked myself. I'll not be able to be there, but Sydney will be there." And that meeting planner goes, whoa, Jones. I said, "What?" I said, "That program's next week." Whew. Now you're all listening to this and going, "Well, Jones, couldn't you have just looked at your calendar to figure out what was going on?" Yeah, I could, but when you're overloaded, you react, you panic, right? And I didn't handle that moment well. What did I learn from that experience, and what can you learn from that experience? I think there's 3 questions we can ask ourselves to turn that panic moment of overload into one that can be more easily managed. The first question to ask is, what is the reality? You're right. If I had simply clicked over to my calendar app, I would have seen, oh, that other program's next week. I just don't have a notification set up for that one. It would have taken care of it. What's the reality in your situation instead of the perception of reality? It's probably not as bad as you think. The second thing you can do is ask yourself the question, what are my resources? Now, to my credit, in that moment, I did go, okay, how can I handle this? How can I work through this? I didn't do it real well because I was in a panic. When you have a moment of overload, what if you were to say, what are my resources? You know, I do have the ability to say no to that meeting or to that obligation, or, you know, I could get up a little bit earlier and work on something, or, you know what, I could shift that. You know, what are the resources you're not using that would help take this moment of overload into something that's more manageable? The third question to ask yourself after it's all over is, what can I do next time to prevent this from happening? For me, it's that check every morning, as I used to do, of saying, okay, what are my events for the week or the month, instead of just looking at that momentary picture of what's coming up next. I'm Jones Loflin. I hope it's a fantastic week where you better manage your moments of overload. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today in the Jones Zone.